unboxing and displays, etc. All right. Welcome back to Trolls Toys for another unboxing and figure review. And this is a random figure review because this is a random pickup from That's Entertainment in Worcester, Massachusetts today, June 28th. But I just thought he looked too damn badass and too cool to pass up. He's apparently from a video game called Dragon Quest, which I have never played. His name is Toughie. And he's an import figure that we found at That's Entertainment for $25, which for an import figure is quite cheap. He's from a company called Bring Arts. So we're going to get Toughie out of the package and see what we're working with. I know this is a little bit different. It may interest no one but me. But if that's true, that's okay, because I do this shit for fun. If one of you or two of you watch it, great. All right, so let's get Toughie out of the package. All right, so here's Toughie in his plastic tomb. Looks like we do get a couple of sets of extra hands. And we get a set of, I don't know what this is. We're going to have to figure that out when we open him up. So we'll do that next, right? So it looks like he does come with a nice base. So we'll try to get this out of its plastic tomb and see what we're working with. But it looks like it has several positioning peg holes. It's got one of those positioning stands, and then it's even got one of the little things you can put around the waist. So let's get this out of here. And when you get Toughie out of the package, he's got little like plastic behind the buckle so it doesn't rub against his chest. And these look like it just could be folding arms that you can make peg in where his hands are folded, I suppose. And he's got two alternate hands that could grip something, but he comes with nothing to grip that I can tell, right? So yeah, so that's basically what the instructions show us. We could take off his arm right here at his elbow joint and put on these folded arms if we wanted to display him in that fashion. Or we could obviously use any of the interchangeable hands. Like I said, the more splayed out hands are these that you could put, I guess maybe you could buy weapons or something separately. I have no idea. And then, but he comes with Fist of Fury out the package, right? Yeah, I'm not normally one for articulation, but since we're dealing with a import fig here, he does pretty smooth. He's got bend articulation at the knees. He's got articulated toes. Right. He's got a pretty wide range. His arm sort of lifts up like this, but I don't know how to make it go forward. Maybe I'm an idiot, or maybe it doesn't. I don't know. This one does. This seems to be getting in the way. There we go. We just had to move this out of the way a bit. Arms all the way around. Right, gets hung on his horn here, but that's okay. He's not like a fucking contortionist by any means. But then when you move this over, it's like we got to get the straps under his head. So just for a little backstory on Toughie, like I said, because I don't think I've ever played Dragon Quest, so I just went online. Right, it says, the Toughie is a recurring non-player character type in the Dragon Quest series. In some games, they have also been known as thugs or prisoners. They are frequently in charge of running the various weapon shops throughout the world, but can also be seen as regular townspeople, particularly in seedier or less than reputable locations such as bars and casinos. Toughies are easily recognizable due to their scarred and muscle-bound physiques, chest harnesses, and their signature yellow bull masks. And that's why I thought this guy was badass, because of the mask, right? And just because of his physique. Like I said, I know nothing about the lore, the game, nothing, right? You ever have a figure and you're just like, wow, and you know nothing about the property and you're like, I got to get that? That was this guy. It was badass looking. All right, we're going to try some of the alternate hands on him. So I put one of the splayed out hands to compare it to the fisted hand. Right, I think I like the fisted hand better. And then we have, like I said, we have these hands to hold weapons, but he doesn't come with weapons. So I don't think we'll use those. We are going to try to do this to see what it looks like with the hands crossed over, because I guess maybe you can't do that with the regular arms, I suppose. So we'll try to see what's going on with that. All right, sorry, I might have been running there for 10 seconds and not realize it while I was screwing with him. I don't know that I got these pegged in all the way. But this is only my second imports figure. We did the Tamashii Nations Darth Maul a couple weeks ago. I think like 4 people watched it. That's fine. Like I said, I picked up Darth Maul, the movie realization, because I thought he was cool. And this Toughie guy is cool. I do like it. So, I mean, he does look pretty badass like this. But I think I'm going to try another pose, right? And these I don't think are all the way pegged in. But I get why they give you these now. If you wanted to display him like he's in a menacing state. And I may do that if I can get him all the way pegged in. And here he is with his fist raised like he's just pissed and getting ready to put some whooping on somebody, right? And I think we're going to find him a home somewhere in our backdrop display. I really like this guy. I think he's pretty cool looking. Obviously, that's why I picked him up. And we probably will try to get those crossed hands back on him and see if we can get him posed. Get him pegged all the way in. But, I mean, he's pretty fluid. I mean, I guess you expect as much from an import figure. They seem to make way higher, more highly articulated figures. This freaking chest harness does get in the way of his upper arm movement, unfortunately. Right, like I got it tucked in under his mask over here, and I sort of got to put it on top of his mask over here to get it where I can move him around the arms all the way up. I'm not really much one on articulation for the most part, but when you got one of these, I guess it is super articulated. I mean, he has no ab crunch. It says this when I looked him up, it says this is the standard version, so I guess maybe he has a deluxe figure. But if this is the standard, it's pretty damn sweet to start with. He's pretty badass. Don't, like I said, know nothing about the video game, knew nothing about him, knew nothing about the toy company, just saw him and was like, he's pretty badass. He has no foot pegs, so I guess we'll just get him to freestand or try our best. So Toughie by Bring Arts from the video game Dragon Quest. I mean, I really like this figure. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's something totally different for me, not anything I'm familiar with. But I was just drawn to him. So I think this is how we're going to pose Toughie, right? And we'll get him somewhere in our backdrop display. I just like the way that looks. And in another note, I was just brainstorming in my head, that stand that he came with, I don't think it's going to fit around his waist. The little gripper claw, but I was like, man, we can use it for Marvel's Falcon, who we repurposed as Merlin in our G.I. Joe troops. So we just added him with Airborne and the Halo Jumper and Starduster and Crazy Legs to go along with the Dragonfly display. So I think that looks pretty good. So just want to give you a slight update. So now, as always, this has been Trolls Toys. Truly appreciate you watching my videos, and we'll see you soon.